buzzer to get in. Very fancy.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC from Cloudpunk.
No. Nope, we can't let anyone in. You will have to go away.
I've got a package from Mr. Anderson.
I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson. Is he there?
I am Mr. Anderson.
Then I've got
Great,
a package for
come
you.
get your package.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Oh?
Well, how many of you are in there?
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
1,000.
That's a lot of Andersons.
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called...
Miss Anderson.
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from Cloudpunk only.
Hello?
So what's the deal here? You're all family?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
You just happen.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
I don't know who the correct
Don't
recipient
you want to know
is.
what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So, let's see. I just rip this flap and... It's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Worth a shot.
Hello,
Let's
my
see.
name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery. There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you? Or when you looked out a window?
You know, it never really occurred to me. But yes, that does seem strange.
Your entire
Please,
life
play the
revolves
rest
around
of the
Anderson
message.
Tower?
My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness and go out into the world. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording. So, are you going to leave the tower?
What? No, we are not permitted to take any time off work.
Seriously?
You're
When was
slaves.
your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
You as slaves.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A? Is he your boss?
Is that the Mr.
Mr.
Anderson?
A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And
Course
where
you
is this
are.
other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
A
To
complaint.
Cloudpunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
Yeah, you have to ask
I am not
Anderson
permitted
and
to complain to
personnel.
another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
Several hundred.
That's not really my problem.
The first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that we are...
I can't do anything about
I'm
it.
going now.
I am interested in your problems, but you're complaining to the wrong person. And you know the person to speak to is Mr. Anderson and personnel. Right, Mr. Anderson.
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson and personnel?
Yes.
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
But this is work
Well,
related.
I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look,
How?
I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
She seems like a sensible one.
Can you do something for me?
I'm not listening to your
Maybe.
complaints.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable.
I mean, I
Additionally,
shouldn't
I
really
would
get
like to
involved.
talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
I'm just gonna walk over here. I think there's an upgrade component I can take. Then we'll go speak to Mrs. Anderson. But 1,000... Oh, 1,000 are called Mr. Anderson and 1,000 are called Mrs. or Miss Anderson. Speaking of, Miss Anderson.
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore.
Yeah.
That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Novalis?
The richest humans.
So you
Ever.
think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Catastrophic.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So who causes this impending
Yeah,
disaster?
what are the names?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again?
Cora.
I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is
I
it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Yeah, I
Quit.
get it.
Excuse me?
Just quit.
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
Just here, take it.
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
But nobody's authorized to view this message.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower.
Yes.
They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago.
Finally, a Mr.
You may
Anderson
find
making
the
sense.
Andersons do not respond well to your message.
They haven't
If
been.
they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower.
That's a lot of
If they're not
androids.
willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
What do I do? Because on one hand, they all seem like they're suffering. Resetting them isn't going to resolve the problem, though. It's only going to push that problem back. They'll all be chirpier, re-energized, but they'll still need upgrades, and they still won't be aware of the world outside the tower.
Get your business face on.
If one Mr. Anderson is able to acknowledge the world outside and gain independence, there's no reason to say that the other Miss and Mrs. Andersons can't either. And they must be close to it, because it's begun. One Mr. Anderson's gotten, independence. The rest will follow, right?
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Novalis air.
I think this is for the best. I think resetting them would be inhumane. They're just going to have to fend for themselves.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Yeah.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Text?
Rubric.
Oh,
Lobo's
the hacker.
Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it. And pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit.
Ugh.
Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit, and come quick.
I hate
Why do
this
we
guy.
never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
I really hate this guy. Well, this isn't where we usually have to go meet sort of Lomo and his lot. Rubric. Excuse me.
Let me past.
No, I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late. You're making me late.
Yeah.
If you're late, you should have got here earlier.
You still want to
If
let
I'm
me in.
late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just chopping with your lady.
Japping?
Do you mean Jake?
Rubric don't want to see you. Just wants you to have this. He left this package for you.
Where is it supposed to go?
Huh? You don't know?
No.
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell you. Better hurry, Rabbit. Gonna be late.
Don't call me that again. I do not like that nickname. I don't want it to stick.
Good, rabbit.
Did you not just hear
Follow
what I
the
said?
nav point, please.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't
No,
you?
I don't care.
You've been turning it over in your mind.
I haven't. I don't care.
What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows? You can't stop thinking about it.
I'd forgotten all about
To be
it.
honest, I've had bigger things to worry about.
Exactly.
Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Novalis. It takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Pallid 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
It's a virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
I thought it was a computer
It's
virus,
much
though.
more than a virus. Pallid 1.0 affected computers, but Pallid 2.0 affects neural augments.
Okay. I don't have any augments as far as I'm aware.
Bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart beating, their lungs breathing, but it stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Pallid 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second, or they will die.
Control.
You made this virus?
No, it is an ugly thing, an ugly way to die. Slow and cruel, but I created the economy around it.
Economy?
The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to protect the families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Yeah.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this
You're
package?
exploiting people's
Pallid
pain.
2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis below the spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy.
Right.
If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade.
This is a protection racket
That
then.
upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal wave, leaving them untouched. Their lives would be saved.
You know, this city has its share of monsters, but I think you're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job, little rabbit.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
We're gonna do
I don't
that.
believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubrick's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
What if sending it to disposal means someone else gets it? Or maybe it will spread. The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it. Besides, I don't think Rubric wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
We're throwing this package away. If it contains a virus, so heinous as it's whatever 2.0, we're not leaving it to be in Rubric's control. Why would we do that? He's more than willing to infect people to keep his little economy going. He's making bank off of this. He's threatening people's lives with a virus so he can force them to make money or give him money. Again, if this was a job from Lomo, it would have come from Lomo. Or Lomo would have been mentioned. Didn't have us meet him at Lomo's club. We're going to go to somewhere else entirely. We're just going to have to run the risk of disposing of it through garbage disposal. If somebody else catches it, it's already out there anyway. You know, it would be unfortunate if there's an outbreak, but it's better than having somebody being able to control those outbreaks for their own gain. It's a bioweapon, practically. It's a bioweapon. Is this even... How do I even get to the disposal? I think I must have to go down. Right, I'm going to finish having a look up here anyway. And Rubric, he's going to know that we didn't deliver it, because it's not going to turn up in that secure vault of other viruses he's got. F him. Screw him. Forget him. Don't care. Not doing this guy's dirty work. Not when he's calling me little rabbit. No, not about that. There's only one person that can call me pet names, and he ain't it. But Control as well. Control must have this virus because Control said he can't sleep anymore. So this virus, because it makes you conscious of all your bodily functions, you have to make your heart beat. You have to be conscious of your breathing. Surely that's what Control has. He can't sleep because if he sleeps, he won't be able to control his breathing or his heart. I thought that elevator wasn't going to come for a hot minute. Besides, this isn't a job for Cloudpunk either. I'm more than able to throw this away, and Cloudpunk don't care. This isn't a Cloudpunk job. This is a Rubric trying to blackmail me job. If he tries to get payback on us, we go to Lomo.
That's it. Off to the oceans.
Swallowed by the seas as they complain across 1,000 shores.
Where did that come from, Camus?
It's very poetic.
It is just an expression. I can stop if it is annoying.
No, I like it. Expressions, quotes, poetry. Go nuts.
Yeah.
We are become death, destroyer of worlds.
Okay.
Let's hope not.
That was a little bit far. I hope I've not got the next virus just sitting in my car right now in the automata slot. There's a guy to speak to up above. That elevator doesn't come down though. Oh! Hux.
The dame answered the call. I knew she wouldn't let me down.
Hey, Huxley.
Huxley, you can't keep asking for help. I have to do my job. You're on your own.
I hope the dame knew I wouldn't be calling if I had any other choice.
Damn it, Camus, what should I do? I should leave him, right?
I am not so sure.
But you hate
You've
him.
changed your tune.
He is one of us now. A friend.
Really? All right. Huxley, where are you?
I sent the dame a nav point.
I'm on my way.
Has he found the girl that he was looking for? Pashta? I need to get up here again, because there's a guy I wanted to speak to. How do I get there? Do I have to go all the... Yeah, no, blood plus vitality. I'm never going to buy any of that. Thank you. Or, no thank you. Right. That looks like a time card. Punch card. There's 2 there. So there are quite a few people to speak to around this whole block. This is a large block. Ooh, elevator, yes! Excuse me. Cardinal, is it? You wanted to speak?
You child!
Oh!
You have sin in your eyes, in your thoughts, under your nails.
I cleaned under my nails, thank you.
Exculpate yourself before my mother. Your mother. The All-Mother!
Oh, don't tell me this is a Korra cult.
Me? Stop pointing at me.
You feel the spotlight of guilt. It strips away your
walk away.
facade. Bow down to Korra and ask her to free us and birth anew. We are all doomed!
Don't you have anything better to do than shout at people in the street?
Yeah.
Not at the moment. I'm waiting for my robes to be dry cleaned. Repent! Repent and suffer before
Jesus,
the gaze
you're loud.
of the All-Mother!
No, I'm right here.
Camus,
You don't
do
need to
hear this
shout.
guy? This is exactly what Mom warned me about in Navalis. Crazy people shouting on the streets.
I hear him. What is he talking about now?
Not a clue.
I saw the 4th face as I stripped away the mask.
The 4th
the
face.
eyes of Korra looked down, and a mouth made of garbage spat upon my soul.
Gross.
Yeah.
He shouted at you. He shouts at a lot of people.
And he
Not
shouts a
Corpsec, I
vivid
noticed.
picture.
Or the gangers over there, or guys in general.
My knowledge base says many religious factions do not respect minorities or women.
Your knowledge base is not wrong, Camus.
It might be a little out of date though, Camus. Cults are kind of just separate from all of that.
Evolve to Luna in only 4 hours. First class luxury the whole way. Astria's colony tours. We take you so close to the stars.
See, now I'm off to speak to somebody over here. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. The last guy shouted at me. You're not going to shout at me, are you, road trip?
Hey, you deliver stuff, right?
Sure, when I'm paid to.
Yeah,
I
got a
pay
job?
you.
That's not how it works. You have to contact my employer.
Yeah.
Seems complicated. How about I just pay you?
Look, I can't just...
It's not that
How
complicated.
about I pay you up front?
Listening. But I won't take anything illegal or dangerous. What's the package?
My turbo, my vestments, my tithes, my rosaries, and my Apocrypha Sanguine, first edition.
I have
Excuse
no
me?
idea what any of those are. Are they something to do with your religion?
You mean my cult? You can tell by my robes.
Yeah. I mean, no. Well,
Just take them, deliver them to the compound. You know the place. Everyone knows the place. Here's the fee. If you make the delivery
place?
without incident, come back and I'll double it.
Oh,
on my way.
that doesn't really seem that much. Where am I delivering it? Gallows rope. See, I'm all the way out in the stacks, and he's only promising me another 100 limbs? That's not a lot of limbs. I don't even think that will cover my fuel costs. Fuel's expensive. And also, I don't think 100 limbs is worth my time. I know I got 50 limbs, but
2, 4, 6, and
still, that's not a lot up front either. Comrade Bop, what have you got to tell me?
All systems of power must justify themselves. Store the establishment back on the shelves.
Excuse me?
Hustle past like you don't hear me. Step over the homeless like you can't even see me.
Are you talking, singing at me?
Are you rapping
Another
the
cog
Communist
in the
Manifesto
machine.
at me?
Say you're a worker, but your hands all clean.
Hey, I need to work for a living.
I gotta
They
eat.
exploit you every day and you're thanking for it. One hand pats you on the back, the other's in your pocket.
Maybe people would take your social protest more seriously if you weren't singing all the time.
And they reprogram me, mess with my head. Now if I don't sing what I think, I end up dead.
That sounds
Seriously, they
frightening.
make you sing?
Who's
Corpsec
they?
can handle the truth, so they make me rhyme. Anarchism in the prose has had its time.
That kind of impacts on your credibility.
Huh, and that's the plan. But even if I have to sing every word, I keep fighting the man. Huh.
Maybe if you didn't insult me, I'd try to help you.
Don't want your help, just want you to look around and see the people lying on the ground.
I see them. I know it's tough here.
Maybe you ain't so bad. Maybe Conrad Bop is still just mad. For real. Now you can help if you want to. There's a guy who needs your guidance up on 3rd Avenue.
Guidance.
He knew. He don't know the streets. Tell him come see me in an hour and I'll get him something to eat.
Why do you need me to talk to him?
He don't like me. Don't like my singing. He said my flow. Has his ears ringing.
I see his point.
Yeah.
I know I can't sing, can't make good music. But we can all make a better world if we make the choice to choose it.
Well, I appreciate your point. I don't really see anyone lying on the floor around here, but I don't doubt that they exist. Hello. You look like a very demonic caterpillar. It's not quite the hungry little caterpillar I grew up with. Hello, just going through. No, I've got a flyer. There we go. What's this barrier even protecting the construction equipment? I presume so. He didn't really care that I went through. I know I had the flyer, but still. Right, well, I can definitely make time to go tell a guy to go see Comrade Bop about getting a nice meal down him. Well, you didn't say nice, but getting a meal down him. Oh. Wait, there's a container hose. Oh, and they're falling into the sea. Speaking of which, we are not far from the sea. That didn't clock with me before. There are homes just stacked upon each other in shipping containers. Just crammed in. That's why they call it the stacks. Okay. This whole place will never not frighten me. You learn something new that's frightening every day. This road trip. Here's Apothrica Sanguine. It sounds a little vampiric, I'm not gonna lie. And he's part of a cult. I don't know. If I was a betting man, I might say he was a vampire. This must be the guy. Raguan.
I recognize you. You got in trouble for fraud.
You saw me on the holovids?
Something like that. I was sent to help you.
Ha! By that singing socialist toaster? No thanks.
Are you in a position to turn down help?
I think he's an anarchist.
He's scum. They all are here. I can't wait to get home.
Do you get to go
to your
home?
apartment? Did you get another job?
People like me don't get fired. I go back Monday. This is my punishment.
For grand scale fraud? A weekend on the street?
Yeah, it might be easy for someone like you to endure this place, but I have family in the Spire. I'm not like these people. This is hell.
I can't believe Bop was going to help you.
He knows I get home soon. I told him I don't care about his cause.
Even after you've seen what they go through here?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Well, he says
Gladly.
you can get food if you go and see him in an hour.
Fine. Message received.
I mean, Bop seems like the kind of guy who would buy him a meal regardless of whatever he said if he needed one. Bop's a good guy, and I'm hanging onto the rail. Let's go back to the Hover. Wherever we're going to meet Huxley, it's in the same direction of delivering this package for Rotary.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Of course.
Do you think if I am a car for long enough, I will stop being a dog?
Well, I guess that depends. Do you feel like a car now?
No, I am a dog.
Well, whatever you feel like, that's what you are.
Yeah.
But other people don't look at me and think, that is a cute dog.
Well, let's be honest, you were never a cute dog.
But now I'm not any kind of dog. Not to other people, they just see me as a Hova.
Who cares what other people think?
Look what happens when I try to bark.
That's strange. I guess there's going to be some weirdness when we put a dog automata in a Hava automata slot.
Am I still a dog if I don't bark?
Well, I'm your best friend. And I think of you as a dog.
I also don't hear what you
Friend?
did when you barked.
If I'm a dog, am I not a pet?
Look, Camus, what do you want to be?
I feel like a dog. I was happier when I had the old body. What's a dog with no bark?
Stop second-guessing yourself. You're being maudlin.
Are you still a musician if you don't play music?
Hey, now you're being mean.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
It was a valid
What's really bothering
question.
you?
He's kind of having an
You
existential
didn't
crisis.
ask me if I wanted to be a dog or a Hova.
Well, actually, you're right, Camus. Do you want to be either? You don't even need to be my friend if you don't want to be.
I feel sad.
I want you to be my friend.
Look, a lot of stuff is fucked up in this world, Camus. I won't make you be my friend or force you to stay with me. You can go free. I just want to let you know something first.
I am listening.
I like you. You're a good friend. As a dog, car, fire hydrant, vacuum cleaner, whatever.
Yeah.
I like you too. I want to be a dog and your friend.
All right then, let's get back to work. The sooner we make some more deliveries, the sooner I can save money to get you a proper frame.
And the sooner we can get off the
job
ship.
Good?
The Andersons? I don't know, Camus. I've been thinking about automata and androids a lot. Sometimes it doesn't seem fair. Do you think it's fair?
I am not really programmed to think about fairness.
I can see why they would make you that way.
People are programmed too, but not by programmers. By the world around them.
That's true.
That's very wise, Camus.
You come up with some good...
programmed to be wise.
Well,
you've
clearly
gone
they did
beyond your
it.
Programming then.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah.
Maybe the highest compliment.
Then I think you have gone beyond your programming too.
Is that a compliment? Camus, you're you, regardless of whether you're plugged into the hover or plugged into a dog frame. No, that's what's most important, that you yourself. Is this?
Greetings from the mother. Please put your finger on the scanning plate.
I just need to drop off a package. I don't have a security pass or anything.
I don't want to touch anything.
Scanning plate, Pilgrim.
I'm not a pilgrim. Look, I don't want to come in or anything.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Can you just take this package, please? Or do you have a mail slot?
The scanning plate, please.
Fine. Just here? Ouch, something jabbed me. I'm bleeding.
We just need to check your type. We are confident you are not one of the forbidden.
The forbidden?
You are? I'm not.
Alert, alert. Forbidden type detected. Please leave immediately.
This is a vampire cult, isn't it?
Alert, alert. Forbidden type detected. Please leave immediately.
Fine, I'll take it back. Talk about a cult.
Take it back? Oh, I'll take it back another time. I've got a more important thing to deal with Huxley. Can't see any punch cards around here. Because apparently I'm willing to make...
Was it a bad idea to take the package?
Are we going to ignore that I
You get to say the four
crashed the
sweetest
hover?
words in the
Or
world.
do I have a crack in the windscreen?
Let's go to the park?
Ooh.
That's 5.
Go to the park?
No, I told you so.
Ah, yes. Those are good too.
Let's just take this package back to Rotriv.
In a bit, not now, we mean. I don't know if that's a crack in my windscreen in the middle, or if it's just the rain. But I had a very nasty bump just there. Probably should get repaired at some time. So at first I thought it was just the... kind of the line where the windscreen wipers wouldn't quite reach, but now I look more closely, I can see that already, and it's nowhere near as prominent as the crack in the middle. I think that's definitely a fracture. Should get it repaired as soon as I can. I'm driving all night, has sweat on the wheel. Oh. There's corpse sack next to us, right? Play it cool. It's gonna pull off in a second. Go about our day. Yep, perfectly normal. Where is the closest place to park? Over here, I think. Go. Let's just have a quick once over of the hover. Does it look damaged on the outside? That is a narrow gap. See, it looks okay. Doesn't have any scrapes or anything on it. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll worry about it when smoke starts coming out the back. or the front. We'll worry about it when smoke starts coming out of it in general. I think that's a good time to worry. Now, Huxley. What have you gotten yourself into this time?